You guys, come on over and say hi. Ted. No, he's not saying hi today. Hi, everyone. Yay, it's Thursday. I kept thinking today was Friday all day. Yesterday I thought it was Thursday all day. So today I keep thinking it's Friday. So, hi, everyone. How are you? I see some weird thing on my screen. I don't know what that is, but today I have a very special thing to show you today. It's actually I actually have had difficulty with these files, but I really just love them so much, and I want to show you what I had to do to make them work with my Cricut, because they were not set up, I don't think, correctly. But here they are. They are food truck boxes, which means that they fold down so you can put them in an envelope, and a 5x7 envelope would work. And not only is there a donut one that says "Do not worry, be happy," there's the hot dog you did it one, and the baked with love. This one I don't love so much, but this one is baked with love. I guess it's a cupcake one. There's I'm just here for the tacos, probably my favorite. So cute. And no matter how you slice it, you're awesome, which is pizza truck. So I did 5 out of 9 last night, actually while sitting in a meeting, online. I put these together, so it helped pass the time, but it was still a little bit difficult because these files aren't at all what I thought they were when I first started out with them. And I did reach out to the designer because I had a really hard time putting them together, and I didn't hear back from her, so I don't know. But see, when I went looking for these files, which I purchased a while back, okay, I knew I had purchased the taco one and the donut one. So if you look on the donut one and the taco one, you'll see at the bottom, if it's going to let me, is this the donut one? Oh, this is the quick view. I don't want the quick view. I want to choose options. So when you look here at the product description, this is all you have to go on. This really short video from Lori Whitlock about the waffle. And so when I was putting it together, I was like, okay, I didn't have the waffle one, because come to find out, the waffle one isn't part of this grouping. This grouping is ice cream, cupcake, hot dog, pizza, taco, donut, and hamburger and fries. So this is the one that I owned, but the waffle one. So the directions weren't there were changes in the directions, first of all. But then when I went to pull the file into Design Space, each of the files into Design Space, let me just start from scratch here, and I'm going to show you the upload. So thankfully these came... Okay, Teddy. Thankfully, these came in both the solid and the dashed cut lines, right? And you see it says 5x7 box solid, and then here's the plain one. So under the donut, see, there's one that says solid, which is short. It's supposed to say solid. And then this one is the plain one. Well, when I started pulling these plain ones in, you'll notice something. They come in really, really small. And so if you do buy these, I would suggest that even if you like the dash cut lines, you probably don't want to use this version because when you pull it into your design space, it looks very strange. It has a lot of the dots all over the place, and it is tiny. So what I would suggest that you do is go back and choose the let's choose this one. This is the solid cut line. Even still, when you pull in the solid cut line one, look at this. Look at how absolutely tiny it comes in. I don't even think you could put this together. So let's make it bigger first. This is what we're going to do. And then we're just so we can see the little pieces. And then we're going to take the pieces that need to be attached out here first, okay? So this is solid score line. So what you have to do is go over to the right-hand side over here, and you'll see on this layer, which I have highlighted, there are two layers within that cut. So one is, it says basic cut and then basic cut. The ones that look like lines, you have to change to score lines, okay? So once you change it to score lines, look what happens. I don't know. So I ran across this. So then I decided I would attach them first. I have no idea why this happened, but I attached them first and then I tried to change them to score lines. And that worked, okay? So I think I'm going to do the same thing here. I'll attach them and change the score lines. So the other thing about this file is the size, as I mentioned. It comes in very, very small, and it's advertised as a 5x7. So what I ended up doing was once I did that and it also comes here. Oh, wait. I have two things I want to tell you. I had to resize this entire thing. So if I wanted to resize this entire thing, here's what I did. I selected everything, and then I chose Align Center. And everything comes together. And you'll notice up here, I hope you can see it. Maybe you can't. But up here, it says the width is only 4.78. Now, remember when it came in? It was probably a width of an inch. So we actually made it bigger. But I need to make this even bigger if I want a card that's going to look like this. So I changed all of these cards to about 8 inches wide. I probably could have done them even more, but I wanted I wanted it to fit into an envelope. So it probably could have gone even 9 inches because the side pieces here are about 2 inches. You see? And so this rest is the card, and side piece is 2 inches, so that would really be 5, right? But just to be on the safe side, because I wanted to fit them in envelopes, I resized them to 8 inches. And other thing that I encountered, you'll see now you can actually read them, right? The other thing I counted was this idea that this piece at the top, whether it's a donut or a taco or a hot dog, it's sort of being held up by these two small pieces of cardstock. So when I first put it together, which was the donut one, the donut limped down and I was so upset. So I decided that I would go back and cut an extra one of these pieces. So I duplicated it and then I cut off the side pieces and I just glued it side by side to give it some strength. I don't know if you can actually see that, but I will show you when we put them together. So these files, although absolutely adorable, and I love them so, so much, were not for the faint of heart, Okay. The pieces are super small. And you might go a little bug-eyed trying to do all of the little teeny tiny pieces. And I'll show you, actually cut out 2 of each one of these, and we'll get through. I'll get started in a second, but we'll get through them all, I hope, today. But I still didn't get a chance to make the hamburger one and the ice cream one, which was kind of funny. So, but if you do buy these, do be careful and don't assume. And this happens from time to time. I don't know if Lori has a different designer or something that helps her work on files or something, and they don't do it exactly like her. But from time to time, some of her files don't make a lot of sense. And you have to either make... Yeah, they should come as, I agree. They should come. And so, just buyer beware, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So let's get started putting these together. By the way, these are paid files. If you want to buy these, you can just buy one, which, to be honest, I would suggest you just buy one and then wait until they go on sale and then snatch up the bundles or buy them separately. And her sales end up coming in at halfway through the month. So she already had her June sale. She'll have one again in a couple of weeks. Okay. So these are just adorable cards, and you could even make them bigger if you wanted to, but definitely don't make them the size of the cards as they come in for upload. It would drive you, I think it's impossible. It's too small. So, and if I hear back from her, because I did reach out to her, if I hear back from her, I will let you all know so that you can see what the resolution was. But I did tell her that they were sort of not right. And so anyway, let us start putting things together. Yeah, it's Lori Whitlock. So shop.loriwhitlock.com. And we'll start with the pizza truck. So as I mentioned to you, this piece here, which is the middle piece, and there's only one middle piece. There's only one like sandwich piece. So this is what it looks like from the bottom, and this is what it looks like from the top and from the side. And there's actually even some pieces in the back. But this middle piece, because the pizza or whatever the thing is holding it up by these 2 little pieces, it gets wobbly if you're using 80-pound cardstock, which is what I use, right? And so what I decided to do was I cut 2 of these middle pieces, and let's see. I'm going to just snip off right here the sides of one of them, because this is just going to hold up or shore up the actual one. So that one is just going to be behind here, and we're going to glue it together. So let's do that. And you could like go even further. As I was making these, I was like, well, you could also do this, or you could also do this, and you could embellish these any way you like. But to be honest, I had such a hard time putting them together that, paper surgery, that I was just so happy that I got through them. And I really, really wanted to make that hamburger and fry one. So I might have to make it when we get off the show. So there is our insert, and we can decorate the top here, but you see there's only one set of tabs because I cut off those tabs. So let's put together the major part of the box. Now, most of these go together the same way. So that became easier once I started, you know, to notice that pattern. So there are two pieces. There's this one that has a tag in the on the left or in the bumper, and it folds like this. And then this one, which will be turned around like this, you see, and that tag is in, or that, yeah, tag, that tab, I'm saying tag, that tab is in the front. So we're going to glue these two pieces together to create the box of our box card. So fold it all at your tabs, and then we're going to glue here. Now they don't match up when they're lying flat, because remember, a box card is a card that folds flat so you can put it in an envelope. Okay, so but when you pop it open, here we go. When you pop it open, then the wheels match, you see? So there's the main one, and we're going to put most of the decorations on the front, although there are a couple decorations on the back. So they do give you this piece, which I really honestly just glued it straight to here and built right on my card. But I don't know why they gave you that piece, but it's useful. So just put it there. It gives the card a little bit more heft, I guess. Next up are the stripes, and so there are two of them. So there are these, like, you know how the trucks have that, right? And we're going to put the wheels on, so we don't have to worry about the wheels. We're going to put the wheels on over that stripe. So we're going to do that on either side. There's, flip it over, and here. Okay. And then we're going to take the wheels, which consist of, now, as I mentioned, a lot of tiny pieces, okay? A lot of different mats. And I tried my best with trying to, you know, conserve the paper, but I found using scraps was great. Now, if you are a Joy user, this may work with the Joy. The only piece that concerns me is this, because it is rather large. I don't know if this would actually cut on the machine. You might have to do some more surgery, as I suggested here, right? So then I glued it on, but look, I got that hubcap on wrong. So it's just the wheel, and it has a little hubcap or center there. There we go. And we're just going to glue it on there, and it gives the look that the wheel has the bumper or whatever. Now, I will tell you that one of my favorite designers, whose name is Mary, and she has this site called SVG Cuts. I haven't talked about her that much lately because she had a baby, and she was kind of like, it seemed like she was kind of taking a break, but I've noticed some things moving and changing around at her site, which is svgcuts.com. And so I'm thinking that maybe she's starting to come out of her break and get back to work. I know how difficult that is, so I didn't want to like pressure her by having people all go there and start asking her questions and stuff like that. But the reason why I bring it up is that she has a number of trucks and cars, including like an off-road vehicle, a lot of trucks there's even a food truck. And so, you know, hers are extremely detailed, but I like her instructions better. I know, and I don't mean to be like, dissing on Lori, but this is a beautiful set of cards, but it really doesn't feel like there's a lot of support around them in terms of instructions and what have you. It's just that one video, and that one video isn't even part of that grouping, so it makes it a little bit hard. All right, so we're going to start building the pizza. And so you see I put these two pieces on there. The pizza actually has in the picture actually has all of these little pepperonis and mushrooms, and I guess they're peppers, little green things, and pepperonis, and you can put them anywhere you like. It's a mushroom. It's so cute, right? Now, these pieces are really, really tiny, and there's even ones that are even smaller. So, you know, do what you can. If you can't figure it out, that's okay. You know, I mean, it's just a card. But, yeah, because I'm looking for my pizza. Oh, here's a pepperoni that's in half. All right, so here's the slice of a large pepperoni and half of a pepperoni. So I am going to do something a little unconventional for me and just sort of put dots of glue around here so that I can make sure something goes in each place. And this is called a quick stick or pick 'em up stick. And a lot of you have them. It's on the back is sort of like a maneuver thing. I don't use that a lot. But this part here has a little bit of stick to it. And it just picks up these little teeny tiny pieces so that you can place them easily. And you're going to need that when it comes to the actual window of the van. Or if you don't have one of these, you can always use, I use a lot my weeding tool. And so this is how I do it. I'm going to just like pick it up with the weeding tool and put it down. So I did have to press down into it, just so you know. And I put these little pieces on. I got one more piece of the green pepper that I have to place. We'll put it right here. Okay. And believe it or not, those are the bigger pieces. And this is going to go in the middle here. We got to put some glue on the side. So let's do that. And then we'll talk about the front of the card, what's left of the front of the card. So we're going to fold in like this, just like this. And we're going to make sure that the tabs touch in the back, and they're in the exact same place, but on the opposite side. Do you see what I mean? So the tab is going here, and it's touching in the back, so that this is actually right in the middle of the card. And it helps if you just kind of move it. And let's see, here we go. So it helps if you move it to make sure that it's going to fold flat. Sometimes at this point, it can get a little lumpy at the front, and so that's why I do that. Okay, so what's left is the window and some of the details here. There's this little window, and I just cut this out. This is weird because this is not really sized correctly, but I didn't have time to go back. So all I did was I put the window part on, and I tried to put it kind of close to here because we have an awning. And then I put the window frame over, like on top. Okay. And there's the awning. We'll talk about that in a second. And then here's the window, and it has a window frame right here. This one is appropriately sized, so you can just glue this in place. There's even a little handle and also the bumpers. So, you know, you can eliminate things if it's just too small. And I got to tell you, when I was doing this at night, I was like, holy cow, I need better lighting in here because I don't usually craft at night. So so it was really like hard on my eyes. Okay, so the awning is really cute and it changes for each one of these. And this one here is going to be the red, white, and green, which are the colors of Italy's flag, I should say. And so it goes, the white piece starts red, white, white, green, white, red, white, like that. So that's the way it's going to look. Looks very traditional. And this is going to go here. And we're going to build these like this. So there's the awning. Now, when we do the pop-up, I keep calling it a pop-up. When we do the 3D Kemper tomorrow, you'll notice she treats the awnings a little differently there. They actually stick out, but I really like the way these look. And I try to put them up a little higher on the truck, but not all the way up, so that it really looked like it was a window. Okay. Now what's left is the sign and the pizza. So the sign, I will tell you, this one was so difficult because there's no way I could have cut this out in vinyl, and so I switched up with the pen, and I don't think it's too too readable. And so I think if I were going back to make these again, I would change up the signage a little bit. I like with the other ones, I could cut it out in vinyl. And, you know, you can do whatever you want. Obviously, nobody's tying you to it. So now we want to put a piece of pizza here, which is kind of weird, but that's the theme of this. So there's a little tiny pizza thing, and there's the crust. And let's see, where are the little pieces? I suppose we could have just a cheese pizza, but of course I can't find all those little tiny pieces, so it will have to be a cheese pizza. Where did all I have is a little half of a pepperoni. So this is where I think maybe somebody else designed these, because this is not typical of Lori. She usually does like layered designs, and I'm surprised that it's all of this piecing that's going on here. So that is, there we go. Almost done. I forgot to mention the bumpers. So the bumpers there's 4 of them, and they go on, the bigger piece goes on here. I cut them out in like kind of a silver chrome. I think the bumpers are really cute, so I wouldn't skip those. And then the smaller one on the front. And if you want, she gives you enough pieces that you can do that also on the back, so why not? Let's go ahead and do this one. And this one. Okay. Everybody with me so far? After you see the second one being done, you'll be like, oh, I get it now. So they're all kind of thematic. They all go together the same way. So you just change up some of the little details. So that is the pizza truck one. This is the deluxe pizza truck one because it has deluxe condiments on the top. So toppings, I shouldn't call them condiments. So that's no matter how you slice it, you're awesome. I would, again, remember that you need to resize it and try to size it about 8 inches when you're cutting it. And when you're using the scoring, just make sure you change those scoring lines to cut lines. Okay. So next up is the taco. I think I'm going to do the taco or the hot dog one. Let's do the taco one because it's just so cute. And in case somebody has to leave or whatever. Now these, as I mentioned, these a lot of pieces here. Let me just get all my taco pieces. Where are they? Here. There's a lot of pieces to the tacos. Because, you know, tacos. And so I might have to go digging for some of these because she was very generous with the taco pieces. So the taco truck has, come on. All right. So the taco truck is the same thing. It has 3 pieces to make the box, and then I duplicated this piece to sort of shore up the actual taco. So I'm going to do that first, where I'm going to just cut right on the score line, which is why I cut it that way. I just wanted it to really match. And I'm going to put it on the back there just to shore it up. Yeah, you could print and cut, and you could definitely print and cut the, and I want to talk about that. So thanks for bringing that up. You could print and cut I think that the signs were intended to be print and cut, and possibly the little pieces print and cut as well. And would make your life easier if you did it print and cut. The only problem is that, and this is my dilemma, because when I do print and cut on one card, and if I'm only making 1 or 2, it means that I'm using a whole sheet of paper to cut out these 2 things, and I don't like that. So, so that's why I looked for other things to do with them. But it's a valid point. If you're not someone who cares terribly about, you know, wasting that paper. I don't know. I'm a little bit cautious about it. Okay, so here's the box. There's the front and the back. Remember, we're going to glue this together. Same thing, just different colors and different like embellishments. So we're going to glue this on here at the tab. Did I do this right? I put the glue on the front of the the truck. Come on. I did not get a lot of sleep last night. It doesn't matter that I got it on the front there because they're going to put the other one on top. But yeah, I had a conservation meeting. Another one of those 4-hour meetings. And I was just like, oh man, I got to get out of here. But thankfully I had some things that I could do because we still have them via Zoom. And so I was able to fiddle, and I'm terrible at meetings, just in general. I remember they just really frustrated me. So having something to fiddle with, doodle or something like that, is so useful. And that's what I did here with my crafts there. Okay, so enough about me. So here's the taco at the top. Very cute. Look at how the lettuce is sort of cut in here, and then this is the tomato, and then on here goes the face, but actually there's a little tiny piece to put here so that the mouth and eyes are black. Where are they? Where is it? Here. So first you're going to glue this black piece to the back of the face of the taco, and the holes are for the cheeks because we want him to have red cheeks and black eyes. See that? Actually, the cool thing is that these pieces, all these little teeny tiny pieces, cut out marvelously on the new maker. So that was good. And so I didn't feel like I didn't even have to use the intricate cut setting. And so, yeah, so there. So that was cool. One thing, if you did get a Maker, the Explorer, one thing that you will notice is that the way the machine handles mats is a little funny, and it almost like juts right out at you. And so it's just when you're used to cutting for so long with a certain type of machine and then you have a new one, you notice all the differences. I mean, it's not bad or good, it's just different. And so I of course notice all those little tiny pieces that are tiny things that they do differently, but it's tiny. And as we talked about the new machines, just, so that there are, it was rebuilt. So there are some things that are different, like, as I mentioned before, the sound, and, the way that the carriage moves on the mat. It's different, but it's not like altogether different. You know what I mean? It's just subtle changes. All right. So here we go. We're going to put this in the middle, and you saw how I put together the taco, and isn't that great? It's not moving here at all. Taco truck. All right, so now we can put together the actual truck. So I'm going to have to go shuffling for a few pieces here. Yeah. Because they're all over the place. Because I needed to make 5 different ones, right? You guys know I like to gild the lily. I like to do things over the top. And so that you can be sort of in the know. And all that jazz. So we're doing the front of the taco truck. You'll start seeing a pattern here. It all goes together the same way. So flip it over. Did that go on? No, it didn't go on. Come on. We need the hubcaps. And the back of this. So while I'm putting this together, I want to mention that because it's Thursday, this is the next to last day for our giveaway. I will be announcing on Saturday night the winner of our June Bundle of Joy giveaway. Okay, and that is, if this is the first you're hearing about it, definitely go run out and find the link and get your name in there, because I want you to. And so here, where's the other pieces? The taco truck is this piece. Okay, this piece. And so anyway, go out and search for those pieces. Search for that link, because you could win a brand new and totally awesome Cricut Bundle of Joy, it's called. That's my name for it. And it is a Cricut Joy machine. So cute. And if you are in our groups, you saw Dawn show her unboxing of her machine, and she also got some things that help her get started, including pens and a card mat and some cards and some vinyl and iron-on. So so definitely be on the lookout for that link, and I will announce it on Saturday night when we have date night. So I think for date night, which I just forgot to glue this. So I think for date night, I'm going to do my flag. I've been talking about it for a couple of weeks now, but I'm going to use a smart iron-on, and I'm going to iron on nylon. The flag is nylon. I bought it at Amazon, and my thing is on Cricut. Now, see, this is what I mean. Like, this little tiny box here is small. It doesn't make any sense, so I'm just going to get rid of that. And so I bought it at Amazon. It's a rainbow flag. And I was inspired when I was reading this history of the rainbow flag, which I don't know if you guys remember Harvey Milk or have seen the movie in which Sean Penn played Harvey Milk, but he was a local, like a city counselor for San Francisco, and he was also gay. And at the time, there was, I think it was still illegal or possibly whatever, to be gay, if you believe that or not. And it was against the law. And so hold on, I'm looking for my pieces here. So he became a city councilor and sort of changed up San Francisco quite a bit. And but he was assassinated. And so as part of that, it sort of created the whole movement of pride. That and some other things that happened, including an uprising in New York City. Anyway, so there's a meaning to, and I'm looking for these pieces, I can't find them. There's a meaning to the flag, the rainbow flag. And after he got assassinated, one of his friends created that flag. I mean, obviously, rainbows have been around forever, but that would forever be associated with the gay pride movement. And so each of the stripes in the rainbow stand for something. Like red stands for life and yellow stands for, I forget, strength or something like that. And I really liked that story, so I thought, yeah, I think I'll make my flag embellished with iron-on. I do not know where these pieces went off to. But let's put together the little tacos, which are absolutely adorable, but so teeny tiny. So here's the brown pieces. Here's the taco piece. Another taco piece. We couldn't forget the lettuce. And where is the tomato? Here's another lettuce. And where's my tomato pieces, folks? I cut out the tomatoes. I know I did. And I don't think my cat was out here because he can be a little bit mischievous on my desk. No, I don't know. So these tacos are also not deluxe. God. All right, so this is going to go, the way I did it was I took the shell and then I put on, I don't like tomatoes on my tacos anyway, so this will be tacos for me. And I actually put the lettuce a little bit higher so you could see it. It's like that. It kind of does need the red in there, but oh well. And it goes right here. And we have to do all of our little pieces. If I were going to do this again, I think what I would do is cut everything out and then put it together instead of making a big pile. So if you're the kind of person that, like me, like wants to get through a whole lot of them, it's probably better to just cut and put together each one and then move on to another. Because I've gone back and forth on that, where like sometimes when you buy stuff as a bundle, I will put them all into into the same Design Space file. And then I start thinking about it. It's like, well, I don't know why I do that, because I do have an unlimited amount of space in Design Space. And by having them individual, it might make it easier for me to find later. But that's just, I don't know. These things, I get so engrossed. And you know what? I was talking to Brittany at Cricut about this, and I said, you know what? I'm happy. And she said, yeah, me too. I'm happy too. You know, I said, we're busy, a lot of stuff going on, but I'm really happy. And she said, that's the beauty of this, is that, you know, you're doing something you love. And all the time, you know, growing up, you do something you love and you'll never have to work again. Remember that saying? This is the way. Nope, I'm putting this on wrong. And so I never kind of got that. And I was talking to another friend of mine. Isn't it great to talk to friends? And we worked together for a very long time at a local company, and it's changed tremendously. And she, you know, how did this person do? How did that person do? And where are they? And, you know, the inevitable, you know, she died or something like that. And I remember that it was a really good job, you know, from the outside, and it was good money, you know. This is before I had my son, but I did not like the job. And so, you know, it's one of those, any amount of money. So even though I'm not making the oodles and oodles of money that I once was, how much do you really need, actually? You know what I mean? That's the other thing. It's like, how much do you really need? I mean, I know everybody's like, oh, make the money, but you have to be happy. You have to wake up and want to do what you're doing. There's the taco truck. And I definitely want, now I have to put these things here, which I found somewhere, and I'm missing my tomatoes on the tacos, but those tacos are for me. And this one here, I used a pen, and I did fill in with the pen. As you can see that it will make it sort of bubble letters if you switch it to pen. Okay. Let's do the hot dog. The hot dog's really cute too. I think they're all cute. Hi, Paralita. How are you? So the hot dog truck. Okay, I have to tell you, as I was putting this hot dog truck together, the only thing I could think of was the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. And I know I'm dating myself, but you know, there was like, when I was a kid, there was Oscar Mayer Wieners were huge. Like, they were a big company, and they were always on the commercials. And I wish I were Oscar Mayer Wiener, you know, that song. And they came out with a Wienermobile that it actually looked like an Oscar Mayer Wiener, all piece, and it's still around somewhere. Good morning, Guadalupe. And it's still around somewhere. But that was the thing. It would visit different places, and you know, the Wienermobile is going to be in your city, you know, come, and they would give out these little whistles that were shaped like the Wienermobile, all so that you would buy their hot dogs. And they had songs and everything, and it was just, you know, it's something that sticks in your brain and never ever goes away. And so that is, what am I doing here? Okay, this goes this way. So yeah, so the entire time I did this, I was like, I wish I were an Oscar Mayer Wiener. The wiener whistle. Yeah, I bet you could find them somewhere. You probably can find them on Amazon. You can find everything on Amazon. But they were just like a little whistle. Whistles were really big when I was a kid. Whistles and yo-yos. I don't think kids play with those things anymore. But whistles, yo-yos, I'm trying to think, marbles and jacks when I was a kid. It was nothing electronic at all. The only thing electronic we had was a light bright, and that wasn't even, it was just a light, like almost like a television sized base that had a big honking light on it, and black paper. You remember that? And you would stick the little colors in. The black paper was to keep the light out, and you would stick the little colors into the black paper, and it would light it up so that you'd have a really nice light up design. And of course, you'd go through all of that paper. Nowadays, I suppose we could use our cardstock, but you go through all that paper like within the first week of getting a light bright, and your parents were like, yeah, I'll buy you some more, and you just never got more, and so you had to reuse it and stuff. Oh man, light brights. Love that. And jacks. My sister was like a jacks champion, and my father was like a yo-yo champion. Like they just both had this dexterity for those things. Not me, but yeah. But I would have gone. I don't know if I saw the Wienermobile in person. I like hot dogs. I know a lot of people, they don't want you to, eat hot dogs and everything. I just like them. We used to have this guy here in Boston, and I'm trying to remember his name, but he had this thing called a hot dog safari. Howie Edelman, maybe? Howie Endelman. I don't know. Somebody would know. But he would have a radio program. And once a year, he would have this thing called a hot dog safari. And it would be an all-you-can-eat hot dog adventure. And he would rent out like the Hilltop Steakhouse or whatever. And they'd have all different vendors come in with all their different hot dogs, and you pay like, I don't know, $25, and it was like all you can eat. And they had music and prizes and stuff like that. And it was a benefit to everything. And I did go one year. I remember it was right on Route 1, across from the Kowloon restaurant, which is still there, but it wasn't the Hilltop Steakhouse. It was something else then, like Valley's. I think it was Valley's restaurant. I know I'm sort of talking too local here, but I don't know if you guys, anybody that's local remembers that. Howie was his name Howie Edelman? I don't know. Anyway, I'm sure you all have your local favorites, like when you were a kid. The other one that came up in my memories was Rex Trailer. And I don't think that Rex Trailer was nationwide, like Bozo the Clown or Captain, what was his name? The Captain, what's his name? The Captain. Are you using the Joy app of are you asking me? Or... Oh, you guys are helping each other, which is always good. So, and I just get to do all of this fun stuff. So here's the hot dog. Isn't that cute? And we are going to put that in there. So you see, after a while, you get sort of used to it, and it's just a matter of digging for all the little pieces. And if you do this a little more orderly than I did, you won't have that problem with all the little pieces. All right? And let's find the little ketchup and mustard bottle because, oh my God, there is this tiny little ketchup and mustard bottles. Remember the one we did for the grill? This one's even smaller. So there's our hot dog. And look at the mustard. So silly. Oops, it stuck to my finger. Let's see, where is the actual hot dog? Here is the actual hot dog. And we forgot to do this part. Nope, that's for something else. And we need some hubcaps, so let's grab those. Oh, you did have Captain Kangaroo. Thank you so much, Anna Maria. So this guy, Rex Trailer, maybe, but I thought he was on like the local TV 38 station, and he was like a real cowboy kind of guy. You can look him up on Wikipedia, Rex Trailer, and he had a horse, kind of like a Lone Ranger type of thing, but he wasn't masked. And every year they would take a bunch of kids. Your parents had to pay, and of course mine were like, we're not paying, but they would take the kids to like Yellowstone National Park or California. They'd do this big trip, and they'd have all kinds of chaperones and everything, but my parents would never allow that. Anyway, and plus we probably couldn't have afforded it because it was really pricey. But they'd have like a trip every year, and he was really quite the local fixture here in New England, pretty sure. So if my New England buddies are around, they might be able to tell you about that. And still trying to find all the little pieces. Here's this. Here's the window. And I don't know where on earth oh, is this it? Yes. Okay, I'm getting there. Did we get all the pieces from... So I'm just gonna do this because all these pieces are hard to find. Okay, so here we'll use this, I guess. Weird. Hot dog. Here's the other hot dog piece. That's what I was looking for. Okay, so let's put together the hot dog because it's teeny tiny. It's the same sort of thing as the top one, but smaller. And here we go. We're gonna put that hot dog on the back of the bun like this. Isn't this cute? And Howie Edelman would be proud of me. Hot dog safari. This was not a long time ago either. It was in the 90s that I just want to make that clear. It wasn't like from my childhood, this hot dog safari. I think he's passed away now, but he was a hoot. Most of the time he talked about sports, and I'm not a big sports person, but my husband really liked him, and so we went to see him at the hot dog safari. And yeah, we ate too many hot dogs, but it was worth it. It was fun. Here, this is what we're gonna do. Gonna try to do this here. Okay, so I mentioned also this Saturday I'm going to be picking my winners. We had 2 winners this past Saturday of this does not fit right. We had 2 winners from Show and Tell. They were Lynn and Lori, I think. And this week coming up, this Saturday, will be our Patreon and or, well, choose two. We don't really have that many Facebook fans. I set it up for 100 because I was like, I don't know, 100? That sounds pretty good. But to be a Facebook fan, you have to do on Facebook. There's a little link, and it's $5 a month. And again, none of this stuff, I don't make anything like special. I don't want to say it like that, except for the giveaways right now, because I don't want people to think that they have to pay for content. I figure if you guys come and you want to watch the content, maybe this episode's not for you. And so, you don't have to watch this episode, but there's something for everyone. I try to keep it mixed up and everything. So, but I like to reward people who support me on Patreon or at Facebook. And so I will choose some winners for Saturday. Next Saturday, not this coming Saturday, which is the 19th. I'll be here, but next Saturday I will not. That's the 26th. I will not be here for date night, going all the way up to New Hampshire, the great North Woods, to visit with my mother. And I'm taking Owen with me, and that should be fun. Now, this one here is different because I cut it out in vinyl, and I wanted to show you how teeny tiny it is. So again, print and cut would work, and it was probably designed for print and cut, but I didn't want to waste paper, so I ended up cutting this out in vinyl. And just look at how teeny tiny this is. So small. There we go. You did it. Whoops, my tea. Hot dog. That's something they don't say too often anymore. Hot dog. Anyway, so if you are a Patreon follower or a Facebook follower, you have an opportunity to win $50 worth of Cricut product. And I usually try to mix it up so that, it's something different each month, but I give away 5 $50 prizes a month. And depending on, I like to do the show and tell. And somebody asked me when the next, Zoom meeting is going to be, and because we've got the holiday in there, I think what we'll do is we will make it sort of in the middle of the month, because people might be traveling for holiday, because now everybody can travel, or everybody wants to travel. Me personally, I want to travel, but who has the funds? My sister came back from Florida, and she said she had made her booked her appointment, her vacation, when it was still pandemic, right? And I don't know why I can't get the O's inside there. Maybe it's supposed to be like that? Oh, like eyes. Okay. And she said that the cost of the flights went up 4 times. They quadrupled from when she booked it. 4 times. And it's like, clearly people are trying to, these companies are trying to make back the money they lost. But gee, do you have to scalp them? So kooky. All right, so here's the hot dog. And you notice I didn't get I don't know why, but I didn't get the bottom of the exclamation point, but that's okay. There is my vinyl on paper. Remember we talked about this trick, and I love doing it. And it cuts out so small, so that's cool. And I'm just going to take this and put my little dot on there. And hot dog is almost done. I'm actually going to move on because I want for us to just do the donut one because it's so cute, and I wanted to show you a technique that I did with the donut one. Okay, so the donut one, when I did it, I was like, it is not fun enough. So I actually dressed up these, because donuts have glaze on them. So I dressed up these donuts with something called stickles. So this is stickles, and they used to have them in Michael's under the Recollections brand. It's really all it is glitter glue, and it's kind of thick, but I really liked working with it. It's not the kind of thing you want to put everywhere because it takes a while to dry, and you really have to press it out, but it is a pretty kind of cool thing. Now, I already put together this part of the of the donut. And what I did was I think I took this pink one, and I just kind of pressed out a bunch of this. And again, you could do this differently. If you wanted to, you could just put glue down and use glitter, but I was like, hey, I haven't used those in a while, so might as well. So, and then I got this little, almost like a Q-tip thing, and pressed it down so that when it would dry pretty quickly, I hope. And there you go. And I don't know if you can see that. I'll try to get close, but you can see it gives it a little extra oomph. And or you could have used glitter cardstock if you wanted to, or glitter iron-on for that matter, or glitter anything. But I thought, hey, we'll try this out. We haven't done it in a while. So there is that, and we can just put it together real quick. This one's all pink instead of having a contrasting color, and it goes together like this. And so, yeah, so I told you about the giveaways, and I told you about, and by the way, if you do want to support me on Patreon, you can find me under Miss Rita to the rescue. I think I put this on wrong. Did I? No, I did not. And it is not a requirement, but I do so appreciate people who have supported me there. It's like a monthly, it's like you're paying dues to your favorite supporters. And I know I'm one of many people out there that create content. So, it is what it is. There's some people that have been doing it for a lot longer than me. But anyway, I thought I'd put my toes in there, and I've been very rewarded, and thank you. So that's that. And what's the last thing I wanted to mention? Oh, if you are a Joy person and you didn't get your Joy foil, it's coming out next week. And so that's pretty cool. And what else? There's always something going on here at Cricut. I just love it. It keeps you on your toes. And I like that. So we're heading into the summer, and we're going to have some good times. I hope you can join me in the summertime, and we'll do some fun summer things. And all that jazz. So I mentioned Patreon. I have to always be remembering. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to YouTube channel. And there, if I'm talking too much, you can always fast forward over my chatter. I like to chatter though. It's nice. It feels like there's somebody in the room with me. And I like that. So sometimes it's hard to do all the talking, but that's why we have, oops, where did forgot this. Take this off. All right. I just get in such a hurry to show you this, the end of this. So there is our fourth one that we did live. And you know, go ahead, and if you want to purchase these, like I said, I would start with one. Don't get over eager like me and buy all of them, because what if you don't like resizing them and all of that stuff? So, and maybe I'll hear back from Lori. I don't know. I know, chatter. I was thinking also yesterday we did that we did that coffee pot, and I was thinking, you know, maybe we should do a teapot, and that's where I was going with the SVG cuts, is that she has a lovely paper teapot and teacup and saucer, and it is really just such a gorgeous file that I thought we could maybe do that coming up through the summer. Tea parties were something that we did in college, believe it or not. And yeah, we were a little bit out there. Tea parties and wine and cheese parties. Silly. Oh, look. I already put this together, and the donuts, we'll just slap those donuts on there, and we'll put our little stickles on, and then be done with it. So tomorrow is 3D Friday, and we are doing a camper, and it comes in 2 different sizes, also at Lori Whitlock. So you might decide, hey, I don't want to do these, but the camper is actually pretty good file, and I actually resized it a couple of different ways. So I'm going to show you how to put it together. The first one I did was enormous. I made it very big, and yeah, so you can do what you like with files. You know that, right? So here's my stickles. I'll take and put, I think I'll put pink on the plain donut. And I'll put gold, because who cares? Gold on a donut? Why not? Come out. Stickles are a Ranger ink thing. I've had this, see that Ranger ink? I've had these for a long time. You probably have them too, hanging around if you've been doing paper crafts. But I don't know why it doesn't want to come out. Probably very much like glue, because it is glue. And then we'll put this white on the pink and press it all down. Again, there are different techniques you could do, but this is the one I chose for today. Uh-oh, Benji's crying. And it's a lot of fun to play. It feels like you're an artist when you're playing with this stuff. Yeah. All right, so there is the donut one. It's not completely complete. I got to put a few more pieces, but I'm running way over time. And yeah, so I hope that you have enjoyed this. I will post the link to these, but it's with a caveat. And I'll also post a link to the camper we'll do tomorrow. So it's up to you. I just fell in love with these. They're so cute, but I was a little bit sad that they weren't quite the way that they usually are. Lori Whitlock's files are pretty good, and it's like, I don't know what happened here, but they are awful cute, and isn't that always the way? The cute ones always take a little extra effort. Anyway, that's all, everyone. Thank you so much, and I am so glad you joined me. These were a lot of fun to make once I got over the hurdles. And you know, which one will be the one you like? I love the hot dog one, Wienermobile, but the taco is pretty cool too. We didn't put together this one. I thought this was kind of bland one, the cupcake one. And then, of course, there's the pizza. And the only other two I didn't do was the ice cream truck and the hamburger truck. So I hope that you might try one of these. And then also join me tomorrow for another 3D project from Lori Whitlock, a camper, a pop-up. I keep saying pop-up, a vintage teardrop. That's what I'm trying to think of, a teardrop camper. That's what it's called. I keep calling it a pop-up. Anyway, thanks so much for being with me this morning, and I hope that you enjoyed yourself, and let me know if there's anything I can do for you. And I will be back tomorrow at 9 o'clock for another great episode of Cricut Chat. Take care, everyone. Bye.